Welcome to Idea TV News at 9. I'm Adewale Olashopo. We begin with the headlines. Senate confirms Oyewole as Supreme Court Justice. Democratic Republic of Congo launches digital platform to boost SME financing. Gabon advances digital archiving to boost public sector efficiency. And Liberia launches digital transformation plan through 2029. Algeria waives stock market fees for startups until 2028. United States plans $12 billion mineral stockpile. Africa in focus. And away from Africa, Iran agrees to U.S. talks scheduled in Istanbul amid tensions. In business, Cameroon's wheat import bill hits CFA 45 billion in 3 months. And in sports, BARAU FC stun IKORODU City. PLATEAU United edges REMO stars in NPFL thrillers. The news in full. Nigeria Senate has confirmed the appointment of Justice Joseph Oyewole as a Justice of the Supreme Court. The confirmation was announced on Tuesday following the adoption of a report by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters after a screening process on the nominee. Justice Oyewole, serving Justice of the Court of Appeal, was nominated by President Bola Tinubu in line with Section 231, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The request for confirmation was formally presented to the Senate and referred to the Judiciary Committee for consideration. Lawmakers approved the appointment after reviewing the committee's finding, paving the way for Justice Oyewole to join the Apex Court. While the confirmation is part of ongoing efforts to strengthen the Supreme Court and ensure the effective administration of justice in Nigeria. Now to Democratic Republic of Congo's, where Entrepreneurship Guarantee Fund, known as FOGEC, has launched a new digital platform aimed at improving access to financing for small and medium-sized enterprises and startups. The platform, called Bokele, was unveiled on Tuesday in Kinshasa as part of the broader effort to strengthen entrepreneurship and credit access. FOGEC says the platform allows entrepreneurs to develop structured business plans, prepare financial documents, and submit financing applications electronically to banks and guarantee institutions. By standardizing the information and reducing administrative bottlenecks, authorities say Bokele is designed to speed up credit approvals and improve the quality of applications submitted by business owners. The launch comes as access to finance remains a major challenge in the Congolese startup ecosystem despite growing entrepreneurial activity. FOGEC says it has supported nearly 300 projects over the past 5 years, while startup funding levels remain modest, underscoring the need for more efficient tools to improve project bankability and strengthen links between entrepreneurs and financial institutions. And now to Liberia. The country has launched a national digital transformation roadmap covering the period from 2025 to 2029 as the government moves to strengthen connectivity, digital inclusion, and online public service. Authorities say the plan sets out clear priorities to modernize the country's digital ecosystem and support economic growth. The strategy focuses on expanding internet access, improving e-government services, strengthening cybersecurity, and promoting innovation with particular attention on rural and underserved communities. Officials say the goal is to reduce the digital divide, improving public service delivery, and create jobs while building a more secure and inclusive digital environment. The launch comes as Libya continues to lag behind many African countries in e-government and cybersecurity rankings, despite recent progress. Government officials say partnerships with international institutions and technology firms will support implementation as the country works to close gaps in coverage, digital skills, and overall technology development over the next 4 years. And now on to Algeria. The country has announced a certified startups with the exempt As announced, certified startup will be exempt from initial public offering and listing fees on the Algiers Stock Exchange until the year 2028. The decision, confirmed by capital market authorities, is aimed at helping young companies raise funds more easily by removing administrative and financial barriers to entering the stock market. The measure applies to the exchange growth segment, which is designed for high potential businesses. Eligible startups will be able to raise up to 500 million dinars without paying fees for listing, document reviews, administration, or security management. Officials say the policy is intended to encourage startups to consider capital markets, which have so far played a limited role in financing innovation in the country. The move comes as Algeria seeks to diversify its economy and strengthen its startup ecosystem. Although thousands of startups are registered nationwide, only one has listed on the stock exchange so far. Authorities say the fee waiver will attract more young companies to the market, boost investments, and expand the role of stock exchange in supporting entrepreneurship and growth. And now to the United States, where the country is preparing a $12 billion plan to build a strategic stockpile of rare earth and critical minerals as it moves to protect its industry supply chains and amid ongoing tensions with China. The initiative, known as Project Vault, was reported on Monday and is aimed at securing minerals vital to the industries such as automotive manufacturing and advanced technology. The plan is designed to cover roughly 60 days of mineral consumption, helping the United States cushion short-term supply disruptions and potential export restrictions. Funding is expected to combine private investment with debt, including a possible loan of up to $10 billion from the United States Export-Import Bank. While key operational details are still emerging, the projects reflect Washington's growing concerns over supply chain vulnerabilities dominated by China. For Africa, the move could reshape demand and soaring strategies. The continent, rich in critical minerals and already central to competition between the United States and China, may see increased interest from American firms seeking to diversify supply. However, development also comes as Africa, government's push for more local processing and value addition, setting the stage for negotiations over how global supply security aligns with Africa's long-term economic ambitions. We'll go on a quick break now. The news continues when we return.
Robotic Process Automation, RPA. RPA is about automating repetitive tasks that typically require human intervention, whether it's processing invoices in the finance sector or automating customer service interactions. RPA is transforming how businesses operate. The benefit? Employees can focus on higher value tasks, while software bots handle the mundane stuff. However, RPA implementation comes with high upfront costs and requires maintenance. The RPA market is expected to grow from $1.89 billion in 2020 to $13.74 billion by 2028. But companies must balance automation with potential job losses.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Ideate News at 9. Now the rest of the news. Away from Africa, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian announced on Tuesday that the country is prepared to enter negotiations with the United States following requests from the regional allies to respond to a U.S. proposal. The discussion set to take place in Istanbul on Friday will proceed within the framework of national interest and are contingent on a safe environment free from threats or unreasonable expectations. The announcement comes amid heightened tensions in the region. U.S. President Donald Trump has deployed significant military forces, including the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln, with around 70 aircraft, warning that negotiation outcomes could follow if talks fail. Negative outcomes, could follow if talk fails. The move follows targeted U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities last year and Israeli operations against Iran's nuclear program. The backdrop to the negotiations includes domestic unrest in Iran. Activist groups report thousands of protesters killed during the demonstrations sparked by economic grievances and political demands. Iranian authorities indicate that public anger remains high, limiting the deterrent effect of fear. Both sides face the challenge of balancing security concerns with diplomatic engagement in the coming talks. And now to business. Cameroon imported more than 278,000 tons of wheat in the second quarter of 2025, spending over 45 billion CFA, accounting to official shipping data. The volume and cost both rose compared with the same period last year, underlying the country's continued dependence on imported wheat for food consumption and industrial milling. The increase has reinforced concerns about food security and the strain of cereals imports on Cameroon's trade balance. Wheat alone accounted for about 4% of total import value during the period, alongside other key food staples such as rice and frozen fish. Poland remained one of the main suppliers, through the value imports from the country declined slightly per year on year. In response, authorities are stepping up efforts to revive local wheat production. In late January, agricultural researchers launched a seed harvest campaign in Adamawa region aimed at boosting domestic supply. The program, backed by government funding approved in 2022, is expected to support farmers with improved seeds and gradually reduce Cameroon's heavy reliance on wheat imports. And now to sports. In a standout Nigeria Premier Football League NPFL clash, BARAU FC secures a hard-fought 1-0 victory over IKORODU City at the Dambata Township Stadium on Tuesday. The decisive goal came in the 27th minute, with Uche Moses powered a strike into the roof of the nets, sending home fans into celebration. Despite IKORODU City's relentless attacks and second-half substitutions, Barau's disciplined defense held firm to earn all 3 points. Elsewhere, Kwara United edged Warri Wolves 2-1 in Ilorin. Olaniyi Saheed opened the scoring and later converted a penalty, while Peter Ita sealed this win in the 75th minute. PLATEAU United also emerged victorious with a 2-1 win over Romeo Stars. Jonathan put the Peace Boys ahead of the 28th minute. Alberto Corva equalized for Romeo after the hour mark, but Harrison Eber's stoppage time strike clinched the points amid a challenging schedule and venue changes. Meanwhile, El Kanemi Warriors fixture against the Kono Caliphate was postponed after the visitors failed to appear in Maiduguri, with a league ruling expected on the outcome. This result highlights the NPFL's intensity and the rising competitiveness among clubs this season. And that's it on News at 9 at IDEA TV. But before we go, here is a recap of the headlines. The Democratic Republic of Congo launches digital platform to boost SME financing. Gabon advances digital archiving to boost public sector efficiency. Liberia launches digital transformation plan through 2029. Algeria waives stock market fees for startup until 2028. And the United States plans $12 billion mineral stockpile with Africa in focus. And away from Africa, Iran agrees to U.S. talks scheduled in Istanbul amid tensions in the Middle East. And in business, Cameroon's wheat imports bill hits CFA 45 billion in 3 months. Lastly, in sports, BARAU FC stuns IKORODU City. PLATEAU United edges Romeo Stars in NPFL thrillers. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms at IDEA Television. I'm Adewale Olashopo. Thank you for watching.